The Responsibility Assignment Matrix. The Responsibility Assignment Matrix, or RACI matrix, is an important tool used in project management to assign roles and responsibilities for each task or activity in the project. The proper use of this tool early in the project can help avoid confusions over who does what in the project. It is common to find situations where team members and key stakeholders are not clear about the responsibilities in the project, creating duplication of efforts, delays in the project, and conflicts. RACI stands for Responsible, Accountable, Consulted, and Informed. Each letter in the acronym represents a level of task responsibility. Another version of the matrix includes the letter S, which stands for Support. The matrix is used to communicate all team members and key stakeholders the roles and responsibilities they have on every task or activity in the project. A RACI matrix maps out the role each team member has in a specific task or deliverable. It also helps ensure no one is forgotten in the process. Each task or activity in the project has an owner who is responsible for completing the task and report on its status. There should be no task without an owner. The RACI matrix consists of a simple chart. The first column identifies the tasks or activities that need to be completed in the project. The next columns identify each team members and even some key stakeholders who are assigned a role in the project. Responsible. This team member does the work to complete the task, has the responsibility to report on the progress to the task, and communicate with other team members who need to be consulted or informed about the status of the activity. Every task needs at least one responsible party. Assign only one responsible for each task so nobody gets confused. When you assign two or more people as responsible for the same job, chances are nothing will get done because everyone will think the other person is going to do it. Accountable is the person that delegates the responsibility for completing a task or activity. In most situations, it will be the project manager or the supervisor of the project manager with this role. Another name used in this role is the person that authorizes or signs off once the task or activity is completed. There should only be one person assigned with the role of accountable for each task or activity. The logic is to ensure that there is a level of control to check if the task or activity was completed as planned. For some people, these terms are quite close in the definition, which can lead to confusion, because accountable is the role who's ultimately responsible for the task or deliverable, while responsible is the role doing the task. Consulted is this role assigned to the team member or stakeholder who has the ability or knowledge needed to complete the task. These can be stakeholders, subject matter experts, or anyone else who has the experience and the knowledge required for the work. This is a two-way communication. It is not necessary that everyone on the project is assigned a consulting role for each activity. The person assigned with responsibility for the task can consult with these experts before and during the work. Consulted parties are typically the people who provide input based on either how it will impact their future project work or the domain of expertise on the deliverable itself. In some versions of the matrix, there's the addition of a support role. This is different from the consulting role. A support role is a person assigned to provide assistance to the person responsible for completing the task or activity. Some versions of the matrix replace the role consult with support. Informed. These are team members or stakeholders who have to be informed but not consulted about the progress of the task. In most cases, they are team members who are waiting for input for the completion of the task so they can proceed with their own work. In other cases, these can be key stakeholders who are affected by the output of the task, so they need to be informed of the completion of the task. Informed should be only used for those people that need information. It is not necessary to all the team with this role for every task, as it will create an information overload. This is a one-way communication. Here are some basic rules to keep the RACI matrix simple and effective. Every task has only one responsible person. There is one and only one accountable party assigned to each task to allow for clear decision making. Not team members are overloaded with too many responsible tasks. Not everyone needs to have a consulting or an informed role on every task. A RACI matrix is the simplest, most effective means for defining and documenting project roles and responsibilities. It helps set clear expectations about project roles and responsibilities. Knowing exactly who is responsible, who is accountable, who needs to be consulted, and who must be kept informed at every step will significantly improve your chances of project success.